There we go.
Okay, so
Thank you so much. So excited it's recorded.
let me share my screen. Let me find out which screen I'm sharing first. Okay, so Canva created a bulk upload with GPT to kind of help you do more marketing in less time. And it's basically kind of like social media marketing, like putting posts on your, your stories, your feed, wherever you want to put a story, but to create it in less time. So basically to start out, you're kind of going to start out with your generic Canva, whatever you're going to make. So we're just going to go and create a regular Canva post. And let's say we're going to make a Facebook post for Canva. And it just starts off like super generic, you go create your post, pick your template, whatever you want to do. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to pick our template whenever it wants to come up. And we are just going to say, let's do this one. Let's just pick a regular template. Here's a simple template that we want to do. If you don't like the colors, change the colors to whatever format, works for you with your brand. I'm in Illinois, so we're required to put our brokerage logo on anything we create. So we're just gonna go ahead and drop the eXp Lovely logo on here before we start, and then we're gonna go and bulk upload. Okay, so let's say, here's what we found. I'm just gonna stick it in there. Just gonna stick it up there. We're gonna stick it really small too. Okay, so let's say you wanted to make posts for the next month about 30 things a buyer should know when buying a home. Let's do 15. How many days we got left? 26, okay. Okay. So we're gonna ask ChatGPT to give us 26 things a buyer should know before buying a home. We're gonna let it think itself out. Yeah, I don't like that. Stop. If it gives us something better. The whole world must be on ChatGPT right now. Okay, so the whole world is on ChatGPT at this time. So we're just gonna go down because I have one that I did once before. So here, I created one last week, and I wanted to give me 30 tips to help prepare for buying a home. So here are the 30 tips that it gave me to help a person prepare for buying a home. So we're just gonna copy these 30 tips. We're gonna go over to our Excel or our Google Docs. I'm gonna create an Excel sheet, Google Sheet. We are going to gonna paste the information in here. And it didn't copy, so let me go back. See, I told y'all, there's always something. It's either me or the whole system does. Oh, there it goes. Okay. So I dropped our 30 tasks, that'll help you buy a home. So we're just gonna say 30 tips to buying a home. Okay. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna save this as a CSV file. Save it here. I'm just gonna save it in our documents. Hopefully everything pops up on this screen so you all can see it. Doesn't go anywhere else. Come on, seriously. Can y'all see my screen? Is it too big?
I
It
can
looks
see it.
good, Natasha.
I can see it.
Okay, so now you're gonna go back to Canva. Find my Canva. Here we are. We're gonna go back to Canva. After you decide like what all you want to put in here, your name, your information, if you want to change your pictures in the background. So then you'll go to apps in your little divider in Canva. And right in here, it'll say bulk create, but I've already put it on my little divider. I'm gonna go to bulk create. I'm gonna go to upload a CSV file. I'm gonna go find the one that I just saved. So I'm gonna go there. We're gonna open it. So right here is letting us know that it has found the data field for it. And it tells you here, right click an element in your page to connect the data. So we're gonna right click here. We're gonna go down to connect data. So just in case, because this is where a lot of people kind of got stuck at with it. So you go back to your Canva post. If you do not have a text box in your Canva post, you're gonna need to add a text box because this is where you have to connect the data to your Canva file. So because we already have a text box here, we're gonna right click on it. We're gonna click connect data. We're gonna click on it. So now it's connected the data to it. As you see it changed, we're gonna hit continue. Once you hit continue, what it has done now is it has generated all of your ChatGPT responses. And now what it's gonna do is we're gonna select all, and we're gonna ask it now to generate 29 pages. As you see right now, we only have one post, one page. So once you select them all, you hit generate 29 pages. Give it a moment to think. And now when it comes back, it's created 29 posts.
This is
I don't know where the 30 went. It was there with the tips.
amazing.
And then after you let it bulk create and it drops all of your text down for you, then you can go in and change, the backgrounds, the colors, if you want it to look different for every day. And then at that point, just upload it to your social media, download it to your cell phone, and you can post it daily. Schedule the post, whatever you want to do.
Yeah, we've got some questions. Alethea, you go first, and then I've got a question
Thank you.
for her. Yeah.
So this is actually where I ended up getting stopped at right here. So would I go create a new CVS file for the title portion? So where it says today's tip, would I go in and ask ChatGPT, okay, now provide me with the title for each one of these? Do you see what I'm saying? Because what was happening was I was connecting the data, and then all of even the titles that ChatGPT was giving me with this content that you just put in that text, it was all populating in that small text. So it was looking a little crazy. So I guess my question is, so great on this piece. Do I just duplicate that for the today's tip text portion for that to change? Do you know what I mean? I don't know if that's
So that's the part you want to change?
Yeah. So say for instance, we're done. We got that text. Start saving early for a down payment. Boom. Okay. Now I just need to change all of those. Yep. Where your cursor's at.
So for that, that's basically something you would need to change, either after or before. So because these are 30 tips, we kind of pick the tip background, and that's like a title page. ChatGPT is not going to change that for you because of the bulk create. So that's like, if you wanted to change that, that's why I said whatever you want to change, you change after it drops your text down onto your file. So now you can go back and change the background, change your colors, change whatever you want to change at that point in each individual, if you want to change it. Like the today's tip is not gonna, unfortunately, the tip doesn't change. Now, if you wanted to, you could probably possibly go in, but it's like, what I'm saying? It's gonna be the same thing. You'd have to change it on all 30 of them. You can do another bulk create, but it's gonna be the same tip. Like whatever you change that one to, it's just gonna reprint it again, in
It'll
each
be
frame.
populating to the other pages.
Yep.
Yep. Okay. Perfect. Thank you.
So basically, with the bulk create, you've now created, it was 30. I don't know what happened to the one. It always disappears for some reason. You've created 29 pages of social media that you can download every day. And like I said, this took us, what, 3 minutes?
Yeah.
So now you can take the other, if we would have built it out and put our name on it and changed our colors to our brand colors and stuff like that, you would have been done, if there was nothing else you wanted to do on this. And then you just save it.
Questions, and these are just really little questions that I can think of as I'm envisioning my own workflow. So similar to, I think it's slightly similar to Alethea's question. Have you done this process with multiple text boxes at once, or with multiple, let's say multiple lists at once? For example, I think this might be similar to what Alethea is saying. Have you tried doing a bulk upload of 2 lists to one template? So one for the one, maybe for the header, and then one for the actual tips. That's my first question.
You know what? I'm assuming that we probably could. Then Chat
Okay.
GPT would have to list out,
Yeah. Okay. And we'd have to have the 2 lists.
see.
And
Let's go
then
back.
my smaller second question was, on this template, you said that you needed a text box, and I understand that. And these are little mechanical questions that I had. That text box already had crap in it. What if I
Mhm.
literally just put a text box in there? There's nothing in it. Is that okay? Or does the text box have
That'll
to
work.
work? Okay. Thank you.
And so it has to have something to feed into. And that was my problem. When I first started, I'm like, well, I want this stupid crap, move over. And I'm like, oh, you ain't got no text box. It don't have nothing to put it into.
Got it. Okay. Nope. That
But
makes
yeah,
sense.
it could be blank. It's just,
like
I
that.
didn't start from scratch because they're already pre-built out templates. But like here, we'll take that one,
Hmm.
take it out. So if I take it out, like we'll just go back to this same, see if the same CSV file is there. So it's not. So let's just see if it'll double take it into that box.
Because I'm just to piggyback off of Alethea's, I'm wondering if you are able to do 2 lists at once. If you don't care how it gets matched up, then this might work. If you do care how it gets matched up, then I'm assuming possibly matching 2 fields during the same mapping.
Let's just.
Because
see.
I
So
was
we got-
thinking, yeah, so I was thinking maybe I was doing my CSV file. Maybe if I put 2, like use A and B.
Yeah,
Maybe.
and match both columns.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
might work
see.
as well.
And then I also thought, well, what if we generated it for the first text, but then that you showed it populates all 30 pages right after that. So I see what you're saying as far as if I went in and used another CVS file for just the second text box.
Yeah,
would
I'm
it
just curious
change
to see
all of
how
the
that
30
would work.
pages? Yeah, I guess I just got to play with it a little more, but thank you so much because
Let's
you
see if it
just-
does it. Download CSV file. Let's see if it'll take it. Let's get back over. I deleted. So what I want to show you, Tiffany, is I took out the first.
Yeah.
Let's see if it'll take it. That's not the first one, is it? I think when you take out the tip box, let me show you. And you go to bulk create and you upload your CSV file. We're going to open that. And you see how I'm clicking, I'm right clicking, and I
Yeah.
don't have the connect data box
Ooh, yeah, no, I
It'd be-
see it's missing right now.
Yeah.
because I don't have a text box to drop it into. But
Okay.
as soon as I pick a text box and I go back to bulk create
Yeah.
and I click, you see how the connect data box came
There.
back? So you
Yeah.
have to have something for it to connect to. So we hit the test. Let's just see if it'll fill it in, generate all 32 pages. Let's see if it takes it.
Because if it generates 32 new pages, it would make me feel like we need to map them both at the same time. If it does, then maybe we can do it multiple times, Alethea.
Yeah, it duplicated them.
So-
It made 32 new pages.
32 new pages, so now she has a
Yep.
total of 58. So Alethea, you and I can play around with possibly trying to map 2 columns.
Yep,
Yeah.
it did.
None.
Okay.
It created all new ones.
Aren't you glad
So
we're
what you could do,
experimenting now?
You could copy the document in Canva, the original, and then off the new document, copy the today's tip text box and upload that way, maybe. And then delete the original out of Canva. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're gonna play around with that one, but that was pretty cool in general to
So for
see how it
anybody that tried to
happened.
bulk upload, if you do not have that text box, it will not drop. That's the whole key to it, is that text box.
Okay.
Without it, you don't get the connect data button. When you have it, you get the connect data button.
I do like the general today's tip, especially if you start with one announcement or if you, just so you know, guys, lovingly, respectfully, everyone is not sitting on your pages waiting for your tips to come in numerical order. Okay. So if you put tip number 7 one day and then the next post is tip number 14, if anything, it's going to create FOMO. They're gonna be like, holy crap, where did 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 go? So just keep that in mind when you want to use this and you want to number them. That's a great idea, but I don't want you to get hung up on posting in chronological order.
Yeah, we just kind of use like a category, like, because then people get used to like, oh, let's see what her today's
Yeah.
tip is, kind of like when you see shows on TV, like, oh, what they're going to talk about today, you get used to seeing, and this basically just helps people kind of get used to your brand and get used to receiving posts from you. They'll get used to looking for your post, your daily post, especially if it comes, around the same time every day. They'll get used to it. They'll get used to seeing your colors. They'll get used to recognizing your brand. And you spend less time, trying to think of what to say. ChatGPT said it for you, thinking of how to put it on their daily low. So it just cut your time in half. For those who weren't doing marketing, this is something that you can do whether you like social media or not, because I don't like social media, but it requires me to do it as part of my business. This is a way that you can kind of just put your name out there every day.
Hey, Natasha, I saw somebody else ask the question too, because I did a really quick training for Canva and they mentioned Canva having their own AI that's inside
do.
of Canva. Have you ever used that AI before?
So I have used their AI. I actually play with it a lot, and I'll show you real quick on their AI. I'm gonna upload that.
'Cause we're wondering if you could
So I
utilize the
actually drew
AI.
these pictures with their AI. So all of these
Spider-Man
photos,
ones.
the Spider-Man one, the city of Chicago skyline with it being a rainbow, I created these with their AI in Canva.
Okay.
So
So
let's
can you
just go.
use their AI the same way you use Chat GPT? You know, how you uploaded Chat GPT's, the CVS card. Can you use the AI inside of Canva already to do the exact same thing you just did? for
Now,
the
you know what?
tips?
So Canva kind of rolled out the training on the Chat GPT bulk upload. I don't know if their AI works the same. Let's just see where their AI man is, because he's on here. Where's their little AI? I'll pass it. Because their AI is a little different. Let me make sure it's not down here. It's not, so it must be.
I think
Yeah.
you have to start like a document. And then you can go to the Magic AI from there.
Yeah, I know there's a little special, definitely a little touch, but so the training, like I said, the training that was put out on the whole Chat GPT thing came from actually Canva. And they didn't use their AI guy. I guess he's not ready yet.
That's really interesting though.
But so did I go too fast for anybody?
No, I think that was really thorough
that
and
was good.
interesting.
Amazing, amazing, girl. You're doing
I
great.
just had a question, an amateur question. So after you did those tips, how do you take one at a time and upload it?
So let me go back. So now that is the difference because of how Canva is kind of set up. And I think they're still working on that too, because that's a lot of people's questions. Like, okay, when I save it, it's going to save as a bulk. Do I go in and download? Like, because if you share on social media, it's sharing the whole, like it's grouping them. Like I want to pick just one post to share on social media. See how I have to go
Okay,
unclick?
so you just unclick them.
Yeah, you just unclick them. and
Mhm.
post whichever page you want to post, And then with Canva Pro, you can schedule your post.
Right.
So then you just
Okay.
pick, what day you want to schedule, whatever post you want to post. And that's
But you
it.
have to do one at a time like that.
Basically, yeah. That's
Mm-hmm.
where your time frame comes in. So you're no longer spending all your time creating content and templates for it, because ChatGPT created your content and you just pick your pictures. But yeah, you're still spending your time basically scheduling the post for when you want it to upload.
Okay, thank you.
They ain't make it that easy. I said the same thing too. I'm like, so I gotta go one by one on that. I know the other day.
Quick question, Natasha, before you move on. I see that you're only clicking on Facebook. How about Instagram? How would you do it individually on Instagram?
It's the same. You just pick whatever template. Like same thing will be the same template for Instagram. So here we'll go and create a new one. You can do a story. You can do.
Oh, no,
No.
I'm thinking about the bulk one, not individual. I know how to do the individual one by sending it to my phone and basically just grabbing it from my phone and post it on Instagram. I was talking about the bulk one. Can you
You wanna
do
know
it
how-
from Canvas in Instagram or not?
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that again?
Can you do the posting from Canvas directly to Instagram individually?
Yeah, if you have it connected. Mhm. But it will only do an Instagram business account.
Right.
But yeah,
Okay.
it'll
How do
connect to any social media site you have connected.
How do you do that? Could you show me where that is?
So you go to share at the top, you share on your social, and then
Okay.
Instagram's right there. So it'll
Got
do
it.
Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, LinkedIn, whichever ones you have connected in your profile.
Okay, and you could also check individual ones, so you don't post the whole 30 pages at once, right?
Because then it's gonna all post that same day. You're gonna have somebody overflow with your one-day post. Yeah, because you'd have to do by page on a day-by-day basis for you, because otherwise it's just gonna post everything. And don't believe me, I did it. I tried it and I'm like, oh shit.
Okay,
I have
so
to go back and delete.
you highlight one of those boxes and then click the Instagram. And that's how you post it one at a time.
No, I
So-
think, go ahead.
So same thing with Facebook or wherever you're posting, you
Got
select
it.
the page you want to post and
Got
then you
it.
go from there.
Excellent,
then-
thank you.
So in this case, in Instagram, when you post, you see how it didn't give us the group 1 through 10? Instagram is page by page. So you just pick which page for Instagram. And then if you have the pro version, you can schedule it. And then what time and date you want it to post, and then it'll automatically post it for you.
Excellent, thank you.
Any other questions?
I have a quick question. Where do you find that AI thing on Canva? I'm really new to Canva.
So from ChatGPT, on the side of this little border right here, there'll be a section that says apps. And when you click on apps, you scroll down to where it says more from Canva, and right there should be your bulk create button. And then it'll move to your little divider line, your little suggestion line here. But it should be right in here. It'll say bulk create, looks like a little plus sign inside of a card.
Right? Okay.
And then it'll go to this little bar for you, and you'll be able to use it from there.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Other than that, that was the easier way to bulk create to save us some time.
That was
Now,
huge.
I know the other
Huge,
day when we were
thank
on
you.
the call here, somebody asked a question as to where they can find a client's mortgage, kind of an estimated mortgage balance. And so to answer that question, for whoever that person was, if they're here, you can actually find your client's mortgage balance, an estimate of it on Remind. And Remind is another app that is kind of given to you by your MLS board as well. If they sign up for it, if not, I do know that you can kind of go into, Remind. But once you go into Remind, it kind of looks like this, whether you're on your phone or your desktop, it looks similar to here. And you just can put in their name, their address, or whatever. And when you go in it and you click on it, it'll tell you at the top, like how much equity they have in their property, what their HOA is. And if you just scroll down right to the middle of the page, if they have a mortgage loan balance, it'll tell you right here. So when you're talking to your clients and you're like, hey, how much is your loan balance? And they're like, oh, I don't know. I'm like, okay, public record data says it's about this much. Can you pull up your last statement? Then it kind of gives you something to kind of work with for them, especially with your older clients. So
Can I share
that was-
something on that? Because that has been a mind blown for me. So I use Remind a lot, and I use Remind when I'm trying to help my client to put an offer on the home. So we don't lowball, because if we lowball the offer and it's less than whatever he owes, I know that we're gonna lose that offer. So I used that on my last closing, and it was right on point. I'm not saying that all of them are, but that particular home was right on point, because when I saw the closing disclosure, it was the same amount as far as the loan balance on that closing disclosure. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty decent as far as, I don't know where Remind kind of gets their data from, but they do be fairly close and accurate than other sites. Like here, they actually uploaded the client's plat of survey. My clients that's under contract right now, they bought their home last year and they was like, we're not buying a new survey, and I'm like, hold on, let's not even go through there. It was here, like we were able to download the survey. So they do put a lot of good information into Remind. Like in particular, let's say if your clients don't know if they have a second mortgage or if they have a home equity loan, like if they have any of that going on, they're going to give you the information here. It's literally going to tell you, exactly what's going on with them, whatever it is, it's going to give it to you. And it doesn't have to be an active property. Like even if you're not looking at, let's just see. So let's pull up, in particular, this house, whenever it comes up. I don't know, I guess my internet is kind of slow. Okay, so here's this house here, and it gives you off market. It tells you a valuation of what it thinks the value is. It lets you know how much estimated equity they have, what their HOA fees are. And this little thing right here, Saves to Carts, I use Remind to do some of my marketing when we decide to market for listings. We go in and we want people that has at least $50,000 worth of equity, that's owned their house more than 5 years, or if their house is paid off. So we don't market to you if you don't have any equity, because what's the point? I'm wasting a stamp at that point. So then this shows that this client is saved to my cards. It tells me who owns it, what their estimated loan balance is. So these are the people we reach out to see if, they may be wanting to sell their house. It gives you all their subdivision information, their taxes. Here's their loan balance. It even tells you active mortgages. Like it could be 1, it could be 2, it could be the home equity loan. It gives it all to you. It tells you who it's through, their estimated payment and all of that. So it gives you a lot of information on the people that you're looking for. It also tells you too, Remind us if they're pre-foreclosure. It'll let you know like, hey, Les Pendens has been filed. It'll give you the information for the lawyer's office that did it. So it's packed with a lot of information in the palm of your hands because they actually have an app. That is that on Remind. Any questions on Remind?
Hey, Natasha, I love Remind. When it first came out, it was a paid, version. Now it's with the MLS in most states. What I did with it is I went into the area that I wanted to concentrate on years ago and populated, got it scanned. So not scanned, but I got it, what do you call it when you pay to get skip trace? Yeah. Get their numbers. Some of the emails wasn't correct. Today, I still get questions. I even closed on 3 deals just because I kept them in my database. I put them in there and I sent them stuff, and they know who I am. So, and I still add them to my current database, just because I watch and see if they're ready to sell. So that Remind is great for that.
Yeah, and that's another thing to point out too with Remind. She made a good point. Like, let's say you save a cart. So I'm gonna go to my cart and Remind so you can just kind of see. So let's say, and all these on the side are carts that I make up for homes that we've pulled at some point. The good thing about any cart that you do in Remind, at the time I pulled these homes, there was no status on them. They were all, available. But you see how now it let me know that this particular home closed and it has the MLS ID number. Remind updates whatever you save in your carts in the background for you, so that you're never, when you go to reach out, you're never reaching out to a property that's under contract or that's already closed or that a realtor is reaching out, a realtor is currently working on. It does the back end, work for you. So here, at one point, we mailed to all of these clients. Well, guess what? Now there's a pending contract on the home. So it does the work for you. And that's the good thing about using Remind and having it. And the app is just like the desktop version. It's another great tool to kind of keep you abreast of what's going on within your market and your MLS with homes and stuff. And we call these need a check. So when you need a check, when you don't, for people who don't have a budget for marketing and you just want to kind of start somewhere and do something that's less expensive, you can use Remind to build you a cart, to build your area to kind of market to. And you can kind of keep up what's going on with it as you follow back. These never delete out unless you delete them.
So can I ask a question? Does it give you phone numbers or just you mail to them and send them a note? What do you do? Does it make up the mailers for you? Do you put it into, your KV Core?
So you can put it into your KV Core. It does give you phone numbers depending on the version you have. So most realtors, MLSs pay for the pro version. So if it has a phone number, it'll give you a phone number. Sometimes you can click on it when you're looking on the app. It'll give you like their name, if they're single or married, how much income they make. When you have the Pro Plus version, which is about $39.99 a month for Remind and HomeSnap them. Not Remind, I'm sorry, I'm thinking the wrong one. Remind does give it to you if they have it. So like, let's click on the people. I'm thinking of HomeSnap, sorry, wrong one. So let's click in Remind and see if it's on their profile. Let's see if there's any information. So it gives you these little contact cards. And if there's some information available, so here's this person associated with this address, there's his email address. Here's this, which is probably a father or son or someone. So if it has information, yes, it will give it to you. If it doesn't, then yeah, it doesn't give it to you at all.
But what I want to ask you too, like, have you done mailings through here or?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you do it right from here, and then you just pay for whatever you mail out.
So Remind has a system built into their backend that they use to send out their postcards. So like what you'll have to do is always create a cart. So you kind of pick an address that you want, you decide what you're doing, you go ahead and let's say you create a cart. So let's see, 100K need a check. We'll go to that one so you can see. Here are your properties. So here you'll click all your properties. You'll go to send mailers. You can just put any name in here. They build a campaign for you. You can actually, it'll print the templates out for you. It'll print your labels out for you, and it'll shoot you over to their third-party company that will mail out flyers for you. Mail out postcards for you. So then they have their own little, redirect company that will mail them out for you.
Okay.
And they just kind of tell you how to use the company and stuff. And they have their products and stuff that you can do, postcards, letters and different things. But yeah, they have a third-party company.
And
also
there's no minimum or anything. You could just do one if you wanted to, or.
Yep, you can just do one if you want to. And then it filters in all your information from your brokerage and everything that you have. Some things you can go and change. And that's really that. And then you can also go back and make your labels. Like You wanted to make your printing labels for whatever you're mailing out, you can go here and they'll put all of these, in a Avery format for you to do your
Oh,
labels
so you
on.
could do it yourself, not do it through them if you had something else you wanted to send them.
Yeah, you could. Yep.
All right, thank you. That's
Uh-huh.
great.
George, you got your hand up.
So that's Remind.
Well, this is
Um,
actually kind of piggybacks on Remind, and I wasn't sure if you knew this, Natasha. Remind was created by a gentleman named Leo Pajera, who was our Chief Innovation Officer.
At
An
EXP.
extremely good, yes, ma'am. Extremely good friend of mine. And he is doing a lot of the innovating that Remind's done for our brokerage as well. And Natasha, if you ever get an opportunity, you're ever one of our events, I'd love to introduce you all face to face because you're obviously a huge fan. And the way you think, I think you two would get off very well. Anyway, just a
Yeah.
footnote that this is designed by one of our own, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I saw that. I think it was like maybe a month or two ago. I'm like, hey, the Remind guy is at EXP.
Yeah, he and I actually are very good friends. We got into REOs together. He was the number 3 agent with KW as number 1, and then I was number 3 and he was number 1. He's a extremely good friend of mine. Yeah, he's badass. He's pretty cool.
Like maybe he can
Super
create us
smart.
one of these.
I'm sorry.
I said maybe he can create us one of these.
Well, he's doing a whole lot for our company, and technology is obviously his sweet spot. So hence the reason it'd be really, what an easy conversation to introduce the two of y'all. You would have a field day with a conversation. We'll do it at some point for sure. I'd love to. I just kind of more to validate your passion with Remind. It comes from one of the smartest and they're one of ours. So, and thank you for this. This is awesome.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
like I
You
said,
know, he's right here in Miami too.
He's
He
probably out in the Gulf Stream right now, about 150 feet down. He's an avid free diver and
Right.
likes to go hang out underwater for about 5 minutes at a time.
Right, he hangs out with the board of directors here, so, but I was so pleased to find out when he left KW and came with us. And we was at the board meeting, he mentioned EXP, because everybody knows EXP, but they don't know EXP if they don't know. But they were so surprised to see him, make that transition over to us. So thanks for pointing that out. Yeah. Some smart people like yourself.
so other than that, like I said, it's a pretty cool tool to have. They do have an app. The app works just as well. And just to point out to you all, you can, as you see, as I opened up this Naperville list, which is one of the suburbs that we market to, obviously we haven't worked this list in a while because guess what? There's 2 closed, 1 active and 1 pending. And because we were not actively marketing this cart, we possibly missed out. So like I said, it saves everything for you and it updates in the background for you. So actually it's more closed. I don't want to look at Naperville anymore. So that's just kind of what Remind does for you when it's on the fly for you. If you're looking for something, if you need to find out property information, possible equity, less pendants, it just kind of does it all for you. It has a very, very better search criteria than my MLS does because I can pull by who's paid off their mortgage. I can pull by how long they've been in their home. I can pull by, equity balances. I can pull by school district. I can pull by subdivisions. Like it's literally really, really intuitive on what it allows you to categorize for your pools. So just another, something to have that works. So we're gonna move over to HomeSnap. And for those who don't know, that's something else I had to show Tiffany. So HomeSnap has an app and it also has their online portal. HomeSnap is an app that's powered by Google. Another something that's offered to us by our MLSs. Well, at least it is by my MLS, some MLSs. And HomeSnap has ways people kind of look you up. So let's put it like this. Here in Illinois, we all have HomeSnap Pro, and then some of us have HomeSnap Plus who pays for it, which is the $39.99 version. And what HomeSnap allows us to do is it allows us to kind of like look up agents, verify agents. It helps us find out like our foreclosures, our possible people that's gonna sell, productivity. So it does a lot of different things. What we mostly use it for is called a snapping tool that they have. So in HomeSnap, if you go into the app, there is a little camera at the top corner of your app. When you like walk in, you know, it'll open up and you'll see like this little blue or black camera in the corner. In the corner, that camera is used to do what's called snapping. HomeSnap has like a feature in it that kind of, like if you ever went on Zillow and you see those agents that pop up at the top that have the paid services to kind of show first on a listing in that area. Well, HomeSnap has that kind of feature that you can kind of get your way into by doing what's called home snapping. And basically you walk around neighborhoods, you take a picture of the home, you save it. So then when people start looking in certain areas for homes, it'll show you as a preferred realtor in that area. And then twice a year, HomeSnap gives out like little awards to people, you know, for like, hey, you're most known in the area, you know, top 1%, top 25% of realtors, you know, so they kind of pull data from different places to kind of show you like what you're doing. A lot of agents don't know about HomeSnap. You'll find a lot of newer and, you know, other agents that be like, what is that? You know, how do you see my production without having to go into the MLS to see it? So I'll just kind of click on what it looks like for people. Like I have the Pro Plus version. So when people go look me up, just to be looking me up to be nosy, I can see who actually looked me up. It gives me all their information. The cool thing that I truly use HomeSnap for is to scout agents that don't have any productivity. And I'll show you what I mean. So you can go into HomeSnap in your profile and you'll go to office listings. And then here, it shows you like everybody that's in my office. So of course, I'm not going to recruit anybody at EXP. So then I go to, where is it at? Hold on. It looks different than on my phone. Give me a second. It's my office. I don't want my office. Here we go. Okay. So Pro Agents account, you want to browse agents. I want agents in another office. So let's just say I just want to look up a name, even though this person is with EXP. But if I knew an agent's name, you know, and I wanted to say Bianca Mosley with Invitation Homes, because you can look it up by brokerage. It works better on the phone. Let's say I wanted to look up Bianca, kind of just to see if I wanted to recruit her. Bianca has no production. So Bianca's brokerage, which is Invitation Homes, because it's a leasing, you know, company, may not be doing her any justice. So we use it to recruit. We find agents, you know, that are not producing, and we go after them this way. Other than that, like I said, it shows you, you know, your information, what you have for sale. It's a cool tool. Let me show you where your snaps go. It's different on the phone. I've never used this version at all. At all. I don't use it at all. So it's different for me than the app. I use the app. But it does give you, like, let's go, everybody got their phones out. Let's just do the phone version. So if you go in the phone version and you go to Pro Agents, and then there's a box that's a little category that says find an agent, you can search by brokerages if you wanted to kind of steal their agents that, you know, you may want to use. So it has that benefit. That's basically what we use it for outside of Snapping Homes, because we like the little awards that they send us. If you have extended, you know, areas, you can farm zip codes. You can see your less pendants reports. You can see their hot sheets. HomeSnap is something that you just got to kind of play around in. Other than that, it's your MLS on the app, because it shows you all new listings, when it changes under contract, all of that. So it's kind of like having your MLS on an app. That's really about it for HomeSnap.
Natasha,
Mhm.
when you use that camera, which I did, I just went outside like Tiffany did the other day. I took a picture of my house, then you save it. But if you're taking a picture of, you know, in the neighborhood, like you had mentioned, random houses, and then you save it, how where do you find the ones that you've saved? And then where do you go to see if you're a preferred agent in that area? Like, I don't understand where to go to see all that.
Okay, so when you're in your app, you got that little border at the bottom. Go to the one that
Yeah.
says me, where it shows like the little head and it says me.
Uh-huh.
And then right in the middle, it'll say invite my clients more. And then it'll have a little section that says my stories with your little face under it.
Yes.
You see that section? And then it says listings, favorites, recently viewed, and snaps.
Oh, snaps. Oh,
You
snap.
click on snaps, that's every home that you've ever snapped.
Okay.
Now, you don't know if you're gonna show up in a preferred network until, you get that phone call. So that's how I know it actually
Oh,
works.
okay.
Because it's kind of like Zillow. You don't see yourself on something, but then somebody
Okay.
else sees you. So as homes, and like I said, every home you've snapped, if you saved it, it's gonna be there. So you can kind of
Okay.
use that to go back for your marketing as well. Whatever you may want to do with it. But let's just say if I was to look in this area, because you have to be at that point on the desktop version because it doesn't do it on our mobile app version, it'll show you, like, hey, this is a realtor in that area if you want to call. It almost does like a branding effect for you.
Okay.
Other than that, yeah, that's really about it. Like I said,
Thank
but
you.
HomeSnap is like an app for you. Like we don't use paper. We're trying to get out of the paper out. So like when we go do our showings with our clients, we don't print the listing sheet out for them. We pull up to the property and we pull it up in HomeSnap and we shoot it over to them via text. And then they have all the information, all the pictures, everything that they need from there. When they want to know like, hey, what's an estimated price? If we're sitting inside of a showing right then and there, we go right back to HomeSnap and we send them a CMA. This is what homes in the home is selling in the area selling for. This is what they've sold for. That's kind of the value that HomeSnap kind of does for you, like right there in your hands. You can send your clients a quick and dirty CMA. You can send them all the listing information. You don't have to carry paper. So
How do you get the HomeSnap Pro app downloaded on your phone? I don't see it in the App Store.
it should be.
It has HomeSnap Rental, has HomeSnap, but what you're looking on your screen, what you have doesn't come up.
So this is the web version of it, but it should have HomeSnap Pro in there. I know this is something that's powered by most MLSs. Let me just see real quick.
That app
Yeah.
has like a house, a little blue, it's blue
Yes,
outline.
HomeSnap Rental, houses for rent and sale with a little blue house.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah, it doesn't say Pro, but
So once you sign in, the Pro version is only for realtors because HomeSnap can be used for clients as well to search for homes and stuff, kind of like Zillow and Remind and Redfin and all of those. But once you sign in, it's going to ask you if you're an agent or a consumer, and that's when you get the Pro version.
okay.
The Pro stands for the type of account and level of access that we have, the features.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So that was really about it,
And thank you, Natasha, for your time. This has been amazing. You guys do not hound me for this recording. Yes, I will get it, but it has to do its thing. And quite honestly, by the time it finishes doing its conversion, I'll be in the car, but I will have it for you. So you can reach out to me tomorrow morning for it, or you can try to blow my email up today about it and I will get you the link. Okay.
Oh, you know what I meant to tell you all too? Like if
Yeah.
you start using HomeSnap more, when you let's say you're sending your clients properties or you give your client access to this app, when they want to like ask you questions or, reach out to you about anything, they can communicate with you right within the app. Like you all are talking back and forth through text messages. You can reach out to agents back and forth through text messages through HomeSnap. So, and it's powered into showing time. So let's say you wanted to look up a property on HomeSnap and you wanted to schedule a showing, you can go right through HomeSnap and schedule that showing through showing time.
Natasha, I have a question on HomeSnap. The advantages of being a pro is what you're saying. We can use it to gain listings if we're visiting like an open house, not an open house, but off market or FISBO, or what are those advantages of gaining listings using HomeSnap, or am I
Yeah,
misleading?
so there's a pro version that's free, that's powered by most MLSs,
I
and then
have
there's a
that one.
Pro Plus version. So then the Pro
Okay,
Plus version is $39.99 a month. And what it does is it gets you verified on Google. It gives you access to more hot leads and more more contact information. You get like your pre-foreclosures and different things of that nature. Not too much more difference that it really does us outside of getting you verified on Google, to be honest with you. So like the little blue check mark right there, that basically verifies me on Google. So if you were to go Google me, my name would have a blue check mark on it. That's really all it really does.
and no one really know what that blue check mark is, right? Because Zillow used to have similar.
I mean, some people
Premier.
know, with all the TikTok and, things, they kind of know what these blue check marks mean, nowadays. Like I said, it does this blue check mark for you. And the only thing I really like about it is I like to see what agents are looking me up, because agents down here in Illinois like to look up your production, and that's how they kind of vet you when you own deals and stuff. So it literally shows me their face, like, oh, wow, this person looked you up. It says, see who's viewing you. And I can go in and see everybody's picture that's looking me up.
So it's like ideal, whoever had that before.
I guess so. Look, I just
Yeah.
look.
Thank you.
Like I said, I don't use my MLS ever. I use HomeSnap and Remind for everything because I have the apps. I rarely ever go into my MLS unless I have to put a listing in. But for day-to-day activity, I don't go into my MLS because they pull everything that I need.
That's cool though. Okay.
That's the best part. I really appreciate the idea of just taking a picture and you get everything on that house. And I literally watch a house go off market to on market and, in HomeSnap. And I'm really happy you're sharing all this with us because it's resources we can use. Thank you.
And then you know what, like I said the other day, I use HomeSnap when I'm snapping houses to kind of help me get into other areas. Like, don't get me wrong, I've been in private residences that are gated. I didn't got through the gates. I didn't have the police stop me like, hey, what are you doing in the neighborhood? They're like, oh, I'm getting, valuations for the bank. And I've opened up HomeSnap and kind of showed them like, hey, this is how we do it. I take a picture. They leave me alone. You know what I'm saying? Because they're like, oh, wow, where'd you get this data from? Like, wow, I literally showed them like, see, look, we're doing this. We're getting evaluation. Someone's selling their house in the neighborhood. And they literally leave me alone. They don't put me out or nothing. They'll just ask like, how long are you going to be? I just need to snap a couple of more houses to compare. And that's it, because it's an app. It's not like you being a weirdo, taking pictures of somebody's house for your own personal gain.
With a
so
huge
they get
ass
to
camera.
see it. Right, And like I said, we ended up with a listing in Naperville from it. And this is a gated community. He could have kicked me out, but he didn't, Nice little, hey, we're just getting data. But it does help do data because HomeSnap is powered through Google. So like in my subdivision, this home here was raw land before I snapped it because it wasn't built until, they didn't move in until November of 2022. Well, it was just a plot of land. But because I snapped homes in my neighborhood, once they're up, Google was able to take the PIN number and put this picture on that lot. So now when you Google this address, it's no longer a lot. So it does kind of help, with the data. So I don't be lying when I say I'm snapping the house. I just don't know when the data gonna get there.
Too bad you can't get some kind of compensation for giving your photo to Google.
I mean, they send me little awards and stuff. So like here, they sent me this award, They send they recognize what you do to help them, and they send you out awards that you can put, on their fastest growing agent. So they are paying attention to what you're doing on HomeSnap, and they give you like little awards for it that you can put in your bios and on your emails and all of that. So like I said, if you're out there snapping, they're paying attention and you're showing up.
So
That's
can
awesome.
you just clarify? So you go out and you snap pictures of houses that are not necessarily on the market, but maybe you want to market to them, or you just want to get the credit for getting the pictures. you can do that and you just
Mhm.
upload them.
You just put them, you take the picture through the app and you save it. And that's
Okay.
it.
And then if this has to do with Google, I have a Google question. Does it help you get your reviews on Google? They just never put my reviews there that I've uploaded. How did you get reviews on HomeSnap?
So Google don't like Google. So when I had a Google business page before HomeSnap, Google shut my whole page down.
Oh my
I
God.
tried to retrieve it back. I couldn't. So when I had HomeSnap before, because it's normally like $5.99 a year, and my first year had canceled, and they were like, oh, we can get you a Google page. And I'm like, screw Google. You know, they threw my page down. They won't give it back, blah, blah, blah. He was like, oh, it's because you're not verified. He was like, we can get your old page back and verify you, all of that. So that's what they did. They literally went back and got my old page back and verified it. And so my reviews, I give people my Google link, and it shows up in HomeSnap and on Google. But I had to go, unfortunately, because Google shut down my business page, I had to go through them to get it back.
Okay, so when I call them to verify myself, I'm gonna ask all those questions to them. And like, how do I delete my real estate address from my Google listing? Because it says people looked for the address, and like, I'm wondering, like, people go to the office, I don't get any leads, but are they going to the office, you know, and somebody's there and taking the lead? You know what I mean? I have no idea.
You can
But
go on your Google profile and delete the address out, and then you'll just be like most realtors on Google. Like, I don't have an
you put
address.
an area, right?
I don't have anything on mine.
I couldn't find it today. I tried to go in there and I could not find where to delete the address.
So it has the area served, but we took the address
Area
off.
served, right, yeah, I gotta
Yeah,
get the address off.
Yeah, we took the address off. And I know Google now runs through Google Maps. So you just may have to go through Google Maps to get the business portion of it, to edit it. But yeah, we took the address off.
Okay. All right, maybe HomeSnap will help me with that.
They're gonna charge you $39.99 a month, but you get a lot for it.
And you could cancel it anytime?
You stuck
No.
for like a year.
All right, okay. But you pay that, you do pay for it?
I do. I pay the $39 a month so that I can keep the Google verification, you know, so I can see what realtors are looking me up. Like I said, I use this mostly for recruiting.
Mm-hmm.
To go see who doesn't have production, and that's who I reach out to. I mean, because if I would have tried to buy a list through my board or buy a list through the schools and all of that stuff costs. And it's like, okay, I got this right here, and I can go brokerage by brokerage.
Right, yeah, it's really easy. It is a great recruiting tool.
And it has all their information on it as well. Their phone numbers, their emails, everything, so.
Okay, thank you, Natasha. It's been
Uh-huh.
very informative.
That's all I got, Tiffany. Tiffany on the phone.
Yeah, she's on the phone. Can I ask a quick question that does not pertain to this,
Sure.
Natasha? You had talked to us about those boxes that you put together for
Yes.
marketing. So how do you choose the houses in which you go and put your boxes at?
So we use, so we have Vulcan 7 and we have My Plus Leads that we use. We take the boxes as long as it's within 15 miles of where we live. And it's something that we want to, you know, do the research on and look for. If you have the equity, if you kind of showed up on the market before that you wanted to sell, we pick and choose. It has to be 15 miles from our house and we drop it off.
Okay.
Um,
And you,
go ahead.
sorry. What was that? You said My
Plus Leads.
My Plus Leads. And what was the
So
other
we
one?
buy for sale by owner, expired, and canceled leads from My Plus Leads. It's about $70 a month, and it's a really, really good system.
Okay.
Because it, like, My Plus Leads gives you like the email addresses, phone numbers, everything on, you know, all of the expireds and cancels coming out of your MLS. Like I said, we share this stuff too. Like, I buy it, my team members buy it. You know, we share all of it. Because what's the point of everybody paying for this stuff, especially if you're in the same state, because it gives us everything in Illinois. So like, we don't, you know, keep paying for it. So here, I'll pull My Plus Leads up so you can kind of see. And it lets you know for sale by owner, expired data. And we'll just click on yesterday. They come in every day. They send you an email every day about whatever time you want to let you know that the leads are in. And I'm just gonna kind of show you like what's out there. And these are only listing leads. So these are always gonna be your listing leads. So these
Right.
are all the people that listed for sale by owner, whether it was the for sale by owner site, Zillow, Trulia, wherever they listed for sale by owner, you know, it's here. And then it goes to all your expireds and then all your cancels. And you kind of see how it gives you email addresses, it gives you phone numbers, it gives you their addresses and stuff of that. So we just use that and we call from there. Like this person's listing expired. There are their email addresses and their phone numbers. We just call them, send them an email. We use My Plus Leads as well when we do our CMA Blitz, and that's a CMA a day for 30 days. We use the contact information from here and from Vulcan 7 because again, it gives us email addresses to send these people CMAs.
Okay, so do you take your boxes to say these FSBOs are expired and put them on the porch before you call them? Or do you call them first?
So if I call you and you don't answer, then, okay, if you don't have an email, so like, let's say if I wanted to do this guy here and he was closer to my house, he has no email address. So if I call you, I'm gonna leave you a voicemail. But if he was in like Joliet or Bolingbrook or Burr Ridge, we would prepare him a box and drop it off at his door because he had no email address for us to
Okay.
contact him at.
Okay,
Yep.
that's awesome. I know people in the chat are asking, like, what do you put in the boxes and where do you get your boxes? And I know you did all that on a call.
So
the
what do
other
we
day.
put in the box? So the boxes have, let me find the folder for the boxes. So basically, I'll send out like whoever wants it, and I'll put it in there again. But we basically put a brochure here. I think I have it right here. Let me find the box real quick. Okay, so here it is right here, the folder for it. So all of this goes in the box. So you get a CMA. We basically give you a cover page. Like here's one of the cover pages we use for our CMA. We give you a one-page CMA that only shows like the properties, you know, like the properties that are active, pending, under contract, and that's sold in your neighborhood. And we make sure we pull the summary sheet out of our MLS for that. This is what the top of the box kind of looks like. So you get your CMA, you get a pre-listing checklist, you get a bio about us. We create you this valuation report right here. We basically go on Trulia, Zillow, Redfin, Realtor, and we put in your address and we take whatever valuation they show on their screen for you. And we pop 3 of them in here. And then we have our let's discuss what your home is worth. You get a brochure, and you get our business card, our lawyer's business card, and our appraiser's business card, basically.
So awesome.
That's it.
I think the email went out before. I know Tiffany had it. She sent it to me.
Yeah,
I just
can-
saw
I
people
have
in
it
the
still.
comments asking about it.
I have it still because I sent it out the other day. So hold on, I can. I should have it in my sent from the other day when I sent them. So I'll
You
get that.
are amazing.
And it's a really cool box. Like I like the way it looks. You know, it looks really good. Okay, for some reason everything. Y'all see how many emails I got? It's ridiculous.
Hey, Natasha, did your attorney and such, those cards that you include, are they helping you pay for the box and the stuff in it?
Mm-hmm. Because it's advertising for them. Yes, it is.
Hey,
Mm-hmm. Here you go, right here. So here, I'll drop it in the chat for
Thank you,
anybody
ma'am.
who wants it. Oh, wait, I think it's too big for today's chat. Don't want to go in there. Hold on, let me do it piece by piece. I dropped it in there before and Tiffany told me I blew up the chat. Oh, you still send it to one person. Hold on, sorry, not everybody. So there's that.
I have the one that Tiffany sent me. I could forward it to you real quick.
There you go.
Thank you.
And like I said, so yeah, my attorney pays for a portion, my appraiser pays for a portion. And then we pay for a portion of it. So it kind of alleviates the cost. Like 100 of these is going to cost you about $397. But it's just, it sets you apart from everybody else. Everybody's dropping off plastic bags and envelopes and folders. And, like I had a client that we dropped off one to in the city that lives across from my grandmother. And she happened to call me back and she was like, you know what? You put a lot of thought into this box, And she's like, and I can just imagine what, how you would take care of my house because of what you put into this box. And then it made me think like, hey, like these boxes ain't that bad considering I get help paying for them. But even if I didn't get help paying for them, I would still buy them because it does set me apart from all the other agents.
Absolutely.
That's really about it. I mean, we're in different times now. Back in 2020, 2021, early 2022, a child could have sold real estate. We're not in that market anymore. And you got to stand out. You got to be different. I was just on a call today where NAR's changing all the rules to listing agreements and how buyer representation and seller representation is going to be, marketed and how much you got to tell now and regarding compensation and stuff. And all that stuff goes into effect on June 1st. So, you just got to stand out above the rest.
Oh, yes. Agreed. Thank you so much for today.
Sure.
For
If
doing
anybody has
this.
any questions about anything, you can always call me. Here, I'll put my phone number.
Natasha, how's your conversion on those boxes? Because I missed the call on Tuesday.
How's my conversion on it?
Yeah.
So on an average, for every 10 boxes we put out, I can honestly say we probably get 3 leads from it. And we probably literally, write contracts for 1 or 2. For the ones that I've put out, I think out of the ones that I've put out, because I do it here and there, my listings have increased. Like I've had 7 listings in the last 2 months off those boxes. But
That's
it's really
crazy.
that. And then I was supposed to start on the 1st, but I'm kind of behind on it. So starting tomorrow, for anybody that wants to join me, we're gonna do a 30-day CMA blitz. And it's basically a CMA a day for 30 days to kind of grow your sphere, to kind of just market yourself out there for people who don't, have marketing budgets or just don't have, or new to real estate and kind of want to put yourself out there. We're gonna start tomorrow doing a CMA blitz. And like I said, it's 1 CMA a day to a client, to anybody. If you find somebody in Remind where you found their email address or you found them and their email address, that's what it is. 1 CMA a day goes out. Whether you decide to drop it off or you decide to email it, that's the goal.
I want
When
in
you're-
on your
when-
blitz.
What, Alethea?
I would like to participate in that 30-day. And you just clarified, because my question was going to be, how are you getting it to them? But you said whether that's dropping it off or emailing it.
Yep, dropping it off or emailing it. Basically the Garage Rep brand. I'm lazy, Alethea. Like, I know y'all like to walk neighborhoods. I'm not walking. My fat butt needs to walk, but I'm not walking. So they're going to get it via email.
And
gonna
do you
get
do the CMA through Remind or do you do it through Snap?
See, I do. So because I do mine through Cloud CMA, I don't like, me personally, I have agents that love the CMA out of Remind. I don't like the one out of Remind. I like it out of RPR and I like it out of Cloud CMA. And this is basically what it looks like, kind of, so you can kind of see. I don't know if you all have Cloud CMA or not, but I do mine out of Cloud CMA just because it's a little easier and I can upload my template. And I think that's what I like about it the most.
Oh, you can upload your template. Is that like an extra part? Do you have to be like a pro or something?
It's free.
Oh, you have to show that because I like the Cloud
See,
CMA.
so this is my
I
template,
didn't-
my
I
CMA
didn't do that
cover
one.
that I used. And it lets me upload a cover page. So here's my CMA cover page that I use. And then it gives, and this is all I send in any CMAs, whether it's in that box or whether it's coming through email, this is all you're getting. You're getting this cover page and you're getting the map of the properties here, showing you what's for sale, what's pending, what's on hold, what's active, around your house. And this, you get 3 pages. I'm not giving you nothing else. Nothing else. This is all you get.
I love that. Oh
Where-
man, I love that. So how did you
How did you do
upload
that?
your template?
Which app is this?
So we have Cloud CMA in our MLS that gives us our CMAs, and it allows us to upload a template into it for your cover page. So like this is our cover page, but I have
Right.
these printed out. So even when like for one of my agents that's I think she's in Pennsylvania or somewhere, so she's a friend of mine and we do these together. Like we print this out and then she just goes and runs the summary page of her for her CMA. She saves it as a PDF and this is already saved in a PDF for her, and she just combines them in Adobe when she emails them out. And if she's dropping it off, of course, she's printing out the CMA and she just puts that on top. So that's what she does. But for us, they allow us to upload the cover page. But I use Cloud CMA. I think Remind kind of lets you do it too, but I don't, Remind's too difficult. It's got too many categories in it for me to fill out. Like, I don't want to fill out all that. I'm lazy. I do quick and dirty. When I'm doing these CMA blitz and like, a home valuation of your home, I need everything quick because I don't want to get in detail with you on the pre-market. I want to get in detail with you on the marketing of your home once we have a conversation. Like I can't spend more than 10 minutes, doing a something for you that may or may not go anywhere. But I think different people have Cloud CMA too. I don't know. But yeah, this is all you get, a summary. That's it. I don't have nothing else for you.
When are you doing the CMA a day for 30 days?
I was supposed to start on the 1st. I'm gonna put all the stuff together tonight.
Okay.
So that we can start tomorrow.
Is that
Or we can
on
start
the
on Monday.
GPS?
I'll make sure everybody has the information by tomorrow. And then we can start on Monday or Saturday, whenever you want to do it. But I'll send everybody the information.
When you
Thank
said
you so
everybody,
much.
when you said everybody, Natasha, how are we gonna get that information?
I'm gonna send it to, I'll post it in the GPS group. It's done by my title company. She created the CMA for a day kind of thing. And she has the rules. So I'm gonna pull the PDF down that she sends me and I'll just put it into the GPS group.
Great,
And it's
thank
like a
you.
challenge. You're just challenging yourself to do a CMA a day
Okay,
for a month.
Yeah, we
Cool,
need
thank
that.
you.
We need that. That's awesome. Thank you.
And we do it every other month, literally. So like when you go back, you kind of following up on those, depending on where you pull it from, but we do it every other month, we do it.
okay. You're
right.
awesome.
Oh, I will let you all go. Thank you so much for joining me today on my,
Thank you for
I would
doing
have never
this.
talked or told anybody how to do anything, but
Thank you,
there's
Nat-
like a little Robert in my head.
I'm right
This
here.
was so awesome. Thank you so
did a
much for your time today.
fantastic. I'm right here, Natasha.
Thank
You did a
Thank you.
fantastic job.
Oh my God, he's on here.
Of course I'm here.
Yes,
I need to see him.
Hold on.
I saw
Hold
him.
on. We can camera. Hold on.
Thank you, Natasha.
You're welcome. I didn't even see Robert on there.
I'm right here.
Robert.
Is Alicia here?
Yes, I
Okay.
am.
Hey, Tiffany said something about you saying your website was better than hers, so I overhauled it. So there you go.
Well, if I had some of your touch added on to mine, I mean, we can elaborate,
I
but
need to start bartering for marketing materials. That's all I'm saying. Everyone knows that.
yeah, I need you to audit my stuff, please, when we can have a moment.
Robert, you want to do a CMA a day with us?
You're gonna make me work?
I mean,
So
you
I'm
said
gonna-
you're the highest paid transaction coordinator.
I am the highest skilled non-paid transactional coordinator. She don't pay me. Yes, we should probably do it. And after we finish that, we should probably go do a power-up series.
Yeah, we can do that. So I will drop it into the GPS group today. And then we can go from there. If nothing else, it grows your spear.
Thank you so much.
All right.
This was huge,
Natasha, don't
especially
go.
from,
Okay.
If we've got time, because I've got a little bit of time right now.
Thank you so much.
We have other changes I wanted to go over because I just did some overhaul.
Okay.
Thank you for your time,
I can
Representative
FaceTime
Roberts.
you because I have a 2 o'clock that I have to be at. So I got 45 minutes, but I can FaceTime you.
No. Just share your screen, bring up
Share my
Bring up
screen?
Tiff-
Oh, hold on. Okay.
bring
Let
up
me share
Tiffany's
my screen.
website and walk me through what we're doing to yours.
What we're doing on my, I don't know what we're doing on my website. Hold on, let me get into it. So let me share my screen for you.
I turned hers all into widgets.
You turned who's all into widgets?
Tiffany's.
Tiffany's? Oh, let me say, hold on. I didn't like them little widgets. Them boxes was too big.
I'm
I
playing.
tried figuring out that widget thing that you taught us, Robert, and I was clueless.
Go to her site.
Okay, so this looks much better and not directly in my face. Like, I love this little message right here, the get your free market. I like that.
That's a
love it.
widget.
Yeah, I like that. I like it. It's cute.
Okay.
And back to my regular boxes, you know, for what
Those
they
are all
do.
widgets.
Okay, well, I wanted my little widgets back, you know, boom, that was perfect for me.
Okay,
The only
so
thing that you have to teach me how to do is to build out my resource page, which is, oh, it's right there. I was gonna say, which is missing. So I have to learn how to add the links to my resource page.
to tell you the truth, we have to learn that together because I forgot how we built it. It's been so long.
Yeah, because ain't nothing in there.
I
I
think
remember
we
I
did
know
a
you
mistake.
one.
I think they're custom pages. Yeah, but this is the end result. I think they started as custom pages.
I think they started as something because I remember us putting, this is the only part I remember we put this in. And
Yeah,
that was it.
that's a custom page we built there.
Yeah, so we have to figure out how to do that so I can, you know, add to my resource page. But other than that, yeah.
Okay, so you've got, go to your website, go to your main page of your site.
Okay.
I have some time tonight, so I'm gonna try to fix a few things.
Mine don't look broke.
Just hit
Mine's
the
is
XP button.
Alicia's hair is broken.
Yeah, well,
Okay, so here we go.
okay, so you got Homes for Hero as the secondary image.
Hmm.
He's keeping that.
Yeah, I ain't want the big one with that.
Okay, I changed some of your background here. Go down. You got the market report there. That's new. And we're gonna put that, I believe, look at, can you hover over, go to my report? Does that go to your custom?
It did. When I looked at it the other day, yep, it went to Cloud CMA. Yep.
Okay, so that's all set there. Go back.
Go back. Oh, wait, you said go back.
The reason I'm making her do this is because we go down this road for months at a time until I can trap her.
Okay, so
Okay, that's
then,
all of your customs there. We're not changing any of those, right?
no,
Any areas?
nope. Oh, that looks good.
Okay, I'm gonna swap out a couple pictures there, and then that's, yeah.
We can probably
those are-
take this one out and put the mobile app right there.
Maybe. Okay, keep
Because
going down.
I don't need two of What's Your Home's Worth because we already got it in the middle page.
Mm-hmm.
Or we can put the new construction right there and put the mobile app right here,
Okay, I'll look at that.
whichever one is bigger for you.
Okay. And then
That's
for
about
your
it.
team, you need to figure out what we're doing there.
Yeah, I got to get you everybody's pictures and stuff.
I have Bianca's already. All
I got
right,
to get you Walletta's and the rest of them.
all right, go to Tiffany's website. Because I was just there. I'm trying to make these semi-standardized.
Ooh, Sherry's come up with the blue writing in the back for a minute. Okay. Look at Tiffany.
She's got
Tiffany has a
multiple
lot
rotating
of links.
images.
She has a lot going on at the top. Those words are kind of big.
Yeah, but remember, you can't see those when you're mobile.
Oh, okay.
That's why we have to play backwards, back and forth.
Oh, she has her mobile app right there.
Right. I did hers differently. She actually has it in 2 places. We haven't made a decision yet.
There's her box, and then she has this one here.
We put it there
Yeah.
also. She
Yeah, I
didn't
can
have,
take, like, you can take out the new construction one because it looks like it's about the same size and put it right there.
yeah,
And that'll work. And then Tiffany
wait,
has,
go up. Go up where you were. No, down a little bit. Stop. Now, I swapped out the investment properties and the dream house and the condo picture.
oh, okay. Different.
Do you want to swap yours out with something different?
Let me see.
You can just hit the eXp Realty. It takes you right back to the homepage.
Where's that QR code coming from? Oh, look. Wow. Did you put that on there?
No, it's always been there.
Okay, so let's see.
So you've got the standard multifamily, the standard home, and the standard condo.
Yeah, we can switch these two. I like this one.
Okay. We'll leave the new construction because we were doing something else there. Okay,
Yeah, I like that.
now, I also, for one person, and Annette, I had to think about this morning. I swapped out where it says condo living for bank properties, short sales, foreclosures, and other things with a custom link that will go to those, but I didn't know if you wanted those in your area.
I do not. I do
Okay.
not want people looking at low production properties. No, we'll find somebody else for that.
Okay.
Mm-mm. I want you to look for a whole house, not the half house.
So I think we should leave what's your home worth there because it's got the EXP button on the other side for careers. If not, it gets unbalanced.
We can put the mobile app right
We'll
there.
move go to the top, we'll move the app up to, we'll get rid of down payment assistance. We'll move
Okay.
home for Heroes over and we'll move your mobile app into the first position.
We can put it in the
Does that
middle.
work?
We can put it in the middle right there. You can put it
I'm
right
sorry?
there in the middle where down payment assistance is.
You want it right in the middle? Remember, it's not
Yep.
the first image they're gonna see on their mobile phone though.
That's fine.
Okay.
The homes for, I want the homes for heroes to stay there because I pay for that.
Okay. So we'll move your mobile app into right there. Perfect. Now, do you have an updated picture
Of who?
yourself?
No, I'm not gonna do that. That's my picture right there. That's me.
Okay. And then what do you think about what you want to do here in the team? We did some customization. We're back to just one row.
It'll
Now-
be two once I get you everybody's pictures and stuff.
Okay, now, so do you have Tiffany's? Go back to hers.
Yeah, she on there.
No, go back to her page. I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do differently now. So where she has my team, and she's got so many people on it, she's gonna do one that's my team is one group, and then another one that says my referral partners, and she's thinking about doing it by state to capture anyone who's looking for out-of-state properties.
These are some cute photos.
Yeah. And then behind the referral partners, there'll be a capture form for referral form.
Okay. That's nice.
And then the symbols on the bottom, which are all military, I gotta ask her what we're gonna do with those.
Claire's
But we're
photo
gonna
is
break it up
cute.
into 3 widgets. That's just one widget from my team right now. That way we can move them around as necessary.
Yeah, I like this little part.
And then I need you to write down and send me all your other changes,
Okay, I'll do that.
okay? Because I'm
Can we
on a
change the
roll.
font?
No, not really. I can try to. Which one are you looking for?
The number 1 looks weird.
Yeah, I can't, I've been trying to make that larger so it,
You can use the word since you made me buy both domains. You know, you made me buy all the domains.
yeah, we need
So
to
you
play
can-
around with that a little bit on how to put them back into use again.
You can use the words.
Um,
That's it. All right,
Okay.
I will get all of that for you. I have to think about that.
Okay.
Yeah, because that one looks so weird on everything.
Yeah, I know. But it does make
Maybe-
it one unique.
It does.
The
It
other
does
thing
fit.
is your Facebook account for chat. I think you've changed it yet again. And it's not always working correctly. When I was on my mobile phone, it told me to go do a redirect.
Your phone broke.
Yeah,
It works from the
we need
desktop.
to look at those things again.
It worked on a desktop.
Okay. We're
My
good.
Instagram probably don't work. That works too. Yeah, I guess they only work on the desktop.
Just seems to go to your page. It doesn't seem to go to your messenger.
Like Messenger.
Yeah, normally when you click on it, it will go to your messenger.
I don't want nobody messaging me.
Or if you put your Facebook link there, you want them just to go
Right.
to the page?
Yeah, I want them to go look at my page. Just go be nosy. Go check me out.
Okay, well then we'll have them land like that then.
Oh, it has a little chat with me button in the corner. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, if you click on that, it's supposed to chat with you, but yours is not working right because I think you changed your account name or something.
Oh, yeah, that don't click at all.
That might be mobile. I don't know if it works while we're on it.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Robert, sir. I appreciate the fixings.
Well, you do realize every time I fix one of yours, I make notes to fix my own that I haven't done yet, right?
Yeah.
Hey, Robert, this is Lori. How do I get in touch with you?
For
Do you-
for what, Lori?
To make changes on the on my website?
You send me a
Are
very
you
big
for
check.
hire? Are you for hire?
Not normally. Truthfully, not normally. I do
Okay.
them from time to time, but I'm very I will admit, I'm very expensive.
Okay,
I mean, I fully support Natasha. I am actually her sponsor, among other
Okay.
things.
well, that, I understand that then.
And she mentors me and I mentor her and like
Okay, so
this,
you work
like
it out.
this. Yeah, well, yeah, like she owes me some work for Canva and she'll
Mhm.
redesign my boxes and do a few other things. And in return, we have a kind of a
Okay,
barter
because I
system.
heard your name mentioned the other day by Tiffany, so I was just wondering who you were.
I
And
work
how
I
you
work on
do-
a few of them. I work on any agent for which I have support. You know, either I'm a sponsor or they're below me in any of the sponsorship, and I usually will
Mhm.
set them up and get them up and going.
All
But
right,
when you're looking at like Natasha's and Tiffany's, we've gone into a world of extremely highly customized.
mhm. Yeah, I've done some customization on mine already, but I maybe need to do a little bit more, but I have worked with another girl that, had helped me. So I have the instructions to set up the widget pages or the extra pages under resources, but I
Yeah,
was
they-
just,
They
we
made
haven't
new
seemed to figure
widgets.
out how to make more tabs along the top. Like I've had to do drop downs under a category.
Yes, that is the easiest way to do it. In that same area where you would, on your website where you would do that, there's just above that one, it says custom navigation buttons.
Okay, and
But you're
that's how,
limited to 4.
oh, only 4.
Yeah. And remember, there's a big difference between looking at it on your mobile device and looking at it on your computer. Most people are running around looking at these things on their phones.
Right, so they don't need to see a lot.
They can't get to it unless they
Mhm.
would know to go up into the upper right-hand corner and click on the three lines and go
dot.
into it, and it doesn't show up right half the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, I don't even play with Androids anymore. I just stay to iPhones strictly at this point
Mhm.
to see that it seems to balance and look right. But Lori, there's a couple of articles out there, but like I've been playing with this stuff for like 2 years for some of this, and they've actually made it quite easy now with new custom widgets you can create on your own.
Mm-hmm.
But
It's funny,
you
I
gotta-
just went to pull up my website and it's like taking forever to open.
Gotta go,
Got it.
Robert. Gotta meet an agent at 2.
What?
I gotta go. I gotta meet an agent at 2:00.
All right,
Okay,
we're gonna
yeah.
drop because she's the host. Thanks,
Yeah.
everyone.
Thank you. Thank you, Natasha.
Oh, you're welcome. Have a good one.
You too. Bye.
Bye-bye.